Next game we have is Chargers and San Fran. I guess, this is Sunday night. Makes sense. So San Fran has been, a pretty good team, a pretty fun team to watch. And I mean, the Chargers, have been making it through adversity. I'll say that. They had Keenan Allen injured for weeks. Mike Williams, I know, has been kind of injured and banged up. Oh, they're both out for this game. But you talk about a team with a bona fide leader. You talk about Justin Herbert. Herbert, is just such a player. Hi, Jason. And I mean, Herbert is such a player, that just goes against the odds. I don't know what to say. Like, his determination, his ability, his accuracy, it's insane to me. And then you talk about the fact that it's like, and then you talk about Williams, being back for, being back, going out. And then, I mean, Keenan Allen being back, going out. And it's just, I mean, it's insane. And then you talk about San Fran, that they kind of seemed like a team that they were saying that they were all in with the trade for Christian McCaffrey. And I think that the Chargers, they just put up a good win against a team that was scoring a lot in Atlanta. Atlanta, kind of being a surprise this season. But you talk about both these teams, second in their divisions. I think that the AFC West, I think that if you're the Chargers, you're kind of sitting a little bit comfy, but you'd like to be able to get over that hump and possibly take the one seat from Kansas City. But if you're San Fran, you really want to win this game because you don't want to be one of those teams dropping to below 500. There's way too many. There's way too many of those teams. There's just way too many. And it's like your division, you could still arguably beat Seattle. I doubt it. San Fran, I think, is a little inconsistent. They seem to have a problem with scoring and that sort of thing. Apparently, they're really set to win this game by a lot. I mean, it's at San Francisco, but I really like the Chargers. I think the Chargers, can definitely get under Garoppolo's skin. I think Garoppolo is playing, pretty well. But I also think that it's like he's still kind of that QB that it's like isn't mobile. The Chargers have a pretty good pass rush. I'm going to go look at the full injury report here. I think that for the Chargers, they obviously have a lot of people out. Not good, right? And but their offense, I really don't think that it's a matter of, who do they have for wide receiver? Like, I think it's nice that when they have Keenan Allen and Mike Williams, but I think that Herbert carries that offense with just how good he reads the field, doesn't risk balls really. J.C. Jackson out for the year, bad. Joey Bosa's actually, oh Lord, this is bad. Joey Bosa out for weeks, so I mean it really falls to Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack to kind of carry the pass rush on this defense. But I think that their defense hasn't really been playing all too bad, regardless of all these injuries. And I guess they've been without, I didn't even know this, but they've been without Bosa, I guess, for a while. That's really kind of crazy that they've still been performing. Obviously, Rashawn Slater, was a huge blow to them, but it's like, it seems like to me that, you got a QB that, that is just ready to take the reins, prove that he's but let's look here. Jason Verrett injured on San Fran, has been injured, I guess. Injured reserve now. Not that good. Eric Armstead, obviously, he's been out. That's really not that good for them. He's the opposite of Nick Bosa. It's going to be kind of funny. And I guess, San Fran against the Chargers, you kind of wanted these guys to have, compete against each other. Maybe they would, maybe it would have promoted, a lot more intensity on each defensive side of the ball. I think the San Fran is going to still bring that, but without Eric Armstead, they're going to do a lot more easier job to contain Nick Bosa, and that sort of thing. But Obviously, a good amount of players out, I guess, that have been injured, this year. I think that, I still, the Chargers to me seem to be, immune to injuries. I wouldn't say immune, but they have a quarterback that's just able to make throws to anybody, placing it as accurate as he needs to, and just, low risk. 5 interceptions at this point, having a very sound year. I think that, you can definitely argue that, the Chargers, I think, can contain and limit the San Fran offense as well, because I think that Khalil Mack, is going to be able to get after Garoppolo. That's really what I think, and I think it's going to be hard for. And Herbert is just really composed even under pressure. Like, he makes so many throws. I just think that it's like, even if you get pressure on him, unless you're sacking Herbert, you're not going to stop him. And he makes really good throws, and he doesn't crack under pressure. And I guess, looking at this, I think that the Niners, they beat the Rams, who have just are a shadow of themselves, I think, from last year. But it's like they lost against Kansas City, they lost against Atlanta, and I mean, you look at, the Chargers, Seattle, tough game for them. Rebounded back by really limiting Atlanta, who does have a really good offense. And I definitely don't think that I think that Atlanta's offense is definitely better than the 49ers. I think that's kind of going against the grain of what a lot of people think. I think the Niners, they have Ayuk. They have Brandon Ayuk. They have Christian McCaffrey. They have, why can't I think of the other, Deebo Samuel. But I think that, Atlanta has really proven that they have an offense that's just not to be messed with, that can get a lot of yards, because they have a way better run game. I think the 49ers struggle because they don't really have that solid of a run game. Even with McCaffrey's one of those that's like you don't run the ball with all the time. You hand it off to him every once in a while, but it's like they ran a lot of trick plays. When he first got brought on, like his first touchdown was a passing touchdown on the team. But I think that the Chargers, it's like, everyone's predicting them to lose this game. I don't think it's huge if they lose, but I think San Fran is definitely more on the hot seat. But, looking at this, I actually want to go with, the Chargers to win, and I think the Chargers win this game by 3 on Sunday Night Football. And I think the Chargers just have a different type of mentality when it comes to... They have a different type of mentality when it comes to, close, gritty games.